At the essence of everything, I've always been an entrepreneur. And my father was, my grandfather was. And so I started my own record label to put out my albums, record the music, created a touring company so we would book and do the logistics on all the tours, then created the merchandising, and all of these things became ways to sustain the work. And that sort of, in probably 2011, kind of came to a head with being brought onto a board of an organization called the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development, and not even a year into that service as a board member, I was asked to step in as president and CEO in 2012, January. And I had served that organization for almost 5 years, and just recently resigned that position, and getting ready to do a lot of great other things. Well, you know, at the end of the day, at the essence of community has to be sustainability and self-sufficiency, and I think, you know, we have become dependents. We're treated as dependents, we're viewed as dependents, and any time that people try to minimalize or marginalize a people, there's usually a motivation behind that, right? We're a powerful people. We are a intelligent, wise, strong, sufficient group of folks that have always been able to take care of and think about the future and provide long-term planning for our communities and self-sufficiency, independence. And to look at what has become now and how so many of our people are stagnant. It's waiting on the tribe to do something for you or waiting on somebody else to do something for you. And to sort of assign that as that is what we are or who we are, and then to see anybody doing anything outside of that box is almost that they're selling out. Being in business, entrepreneurship, is probably one of the most traditional activities in Indian country, and it may be the one thing that's missing more than anything else. Being able to support yourself, being able to take care of your family is at the essence of sovereignty. And if you aren't individually sovereign, your community can't be sovereign. And I think if we can come back to those understandings and those principles and those teachings, that you can't have economy in Indian country without American Indian-owned businesses. You have to have business people for there to be an economy. That doesn't mean that the way towards economy is only that the tribe has businesses, because that just creates more welfare. We're not looking at one group being able to support other groups because it marginalizes those people. You don't feel like you're doing anything. You don't feel like you're contributing, because every time you turn around and need something, you have to go ask for permission. You have to go ask somebody for something. That doesn't create strength in a human. That doesn't create the person to feel like that they have power or that they can take care of themselves. And I think we've lost that. And it's not that it doesn't exist. It's not that we're not intelligent and that we're not motivated. But we have to look back and look at these places where that existed and it thrived, like Cahokia or Tenochtitlan, or all of these great cities that were more advanced than cities in Rome or cities in Greece. Arches before the Romans, paved roads before the Romans, aquaculture, economy. I remember talking about entrepreneurship to a publication in Indian country, and they said, well, aren't you really kind of like going out there on the limb asking Indian people to be entrepreneurs? Because the essence of entrepreneurship is getting out, being outgoing, selling and promoting and pushing marketing. And that's not really who we are as a people. Now I know the person didn't mean that to be demeaning or mean that in a bad way, right? But we've really drunk the Kool-Aid. We've drunk the Kool-Aid of this is who we are, this is what we do, keep your head down, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. And that's not ever been a part of who we are as a people. We have embraced this oppressed version of what that is. And we have to get out of that. We have to reclaim control of the narrative. We have to redefine the message. We have to remember who we are, what our power is, and not hold each other down by saying, you know, you're out there working hard, you're out there making things happen for yourself, you sell out. That's not what it's about. People do that because when somebody else does something positive or they move forward, it makes them look bad because they're doing nothing. So we shouldn't let the people doing nothing dictate what the bar should be raised to in Indian country. The people that are out there making a better day for people, raising the bar, fighting, that's the fight. Those are the warriors, are the ones that are pushing the bar, raising it so that other people will strive to pass it. You know, everybody can raise it. Everybody can continue to push it. There's plenty of room at the top for everybody to do whatever it is that they're out here on this earth to do. The Creator put us all here to do different things. And every single one of those things is as important as the other thing.